name is Dzifa, and I'm going to be talking about Shrek, the first movie.
Hello, my name is Ayo, and I'm going to be talking about Shrek, the second movie.
Shrek 1 was the first movie, and it was basically about how Shrek, they took over his ogre, and in an effort to get it back, he had to go save this Princess Fiona. And so it was supposed to be like the Prince Charming that came to get her. But instead it was this ogre. But little did he know she was also an ogre. But she was trying to keep it a secret. And so he went and saved her. And then they eventually he found out she was also an ogre. And they fell in love from that.
Shrek and Fiona, they both got married, had a honeymoon, and Fiona's parents, the king and queen of far, far away, they found out that she got married, so they wanted to invite her and her true love to the palace, but they didn't know that those two were still ogres, thinking that Fiona had married her Prince Charming. So the story gets better. Shrek wants to make Fiona feel happy, so he tries out a potion that turns him into human. It also turns her into human, and things kind of get rough from there.
I just feel like that second part was unnecessary. Usually in fairy tales, it's sometimes like you don't need that long drawn out story to it. It was like the end of Shrek. They were together, and they went away. They were happy. It was like happily ever after. And so then what's the point of the happily ever after? If they're gonna continue it on with this extra story, it was unnecessary.
I mean, I get it too, but at the same time, it kind of keeps you in suspense, because then you want to know, well, what exactly happened to them after they got married. So I think 2 was kind of necessary, because it gives you another storyline to keep the story going. So you kind of get the picture of what their life was after they got married, and it's actually a pretty funny story.
High School Musical. Troy and Gabriella, the 2 main characters of the movie, they meet at the New Year's Eve party before Gabriella transfers to the school, East High. And they do karaoke together. That's where they met. It was real random. And they found out they both like to sing, but Troy kept his more of a secret, and so did Gabriella, because she was known as the smart girl at her old school.
In High School Musical 2, that's when they out of school and everything, and they all go to this country club country club place thing, and they realize that Sharpay family is the owner of the country club, so everybody gets a job at the country club.
You could relate to it because it's in high school, and what real high schoolers are going to country club for summer break and stuff like that. Because it's just you could actually relate to the first one with the detention scene, with the teachers, with the sports and all of that. You could relate to it, the romance, the high school romance and all of that. Yeah.
No. High School Musical 2 is better, because it's more enjoyable to watch, and even if you're not typically at a country club or just doing that, you're having fun in summertime, and that's what they represent, having fun, not in the location, but just we were able to see what they and how they acted without with the teachers.
A movie on Netflix, and it's filmed in one setting, and it basically is opened up with it was 50, 75 people in a room. It was all in a circle, and so it just was nobody knew how and why they were there, but it was just it was a game of it had no real plot to it. It was just they opened up in this room and people just started dying, and they didn't have no explanation why. And why did you like it?
I mean, okay, I liked it because it started with 50 people, and then knowing that only one person would be left, I was wondering. I agree, they should have started off with because they were saying at the beginning they all remember being in traffic, and then out of nowhere they all just got in that room, so they should have started off with before everybody got in the room. Yeah. But I just thought it was interesting seeing everybody not being mean, but seeing everybody get killed, and seeing why they got killed. They didn't
have no reason why.
They were talking through it and explaining like, let's do like older people first, and then like it was
I guess.
that's
Alright.
it.
Basically, the summary of the story is Dominic Toretto basically turns on his family because Cypher, this woman that's a hacker, threatens the life of his newborn son and his ex. So basically, he's working for Cypher, and like the rest of his team tries to stop him from, working with Cypher because Cypher wants to take over the whole world. And what ends up happening is Dominic was working for Cypher, but really he already had a plan in mind, so he turned on Cypher and was able to save the world. But see, I think the storyline was cool, but again, I ain't never seen like 1 through 6.
See, that's the thing. He
8.
started off at 7, so
Yeah.
he thought those what the movies were about. But I started off with the first Fast and Furious, so that's why I know that they've changed.
My name is Samara.
My name is Jeremiah.
And we will be discussing Spider-Man Homecoming. So basically in the movie, Spider-Man, he was tired of doing like petty little crimes, on the street and saving people. So one day these men were robbing a bank and they were using these like illegal type, alien type weapons, right? So he wanted to get to the bottom of it. He wanted to see like what kind of weapons they were using.
I think that the old Spider-Man movies were better. I feel like I more so seen a Tobey Maguire being Spider-Man compared to the new guy. I don't even know his name.
I think that the new Spider-Man is like still that fresh high school thing, so it's like
Yeah, but
they
that's the
incorporate
thing, though.
that more than they did in the old Spider-Mans, and I think that made it more relatable to teenagers and the audience, period.
It made it, the old Spider-Man was more of a family movie, But with the new one, you'll probably go see that with your friends,
I think no matter what, you could see Spider-Man with your family because, like, first of all, it's like, this is like one of the, like, 4th movies, I think, 5th. So, like, if you've seen it from the beginning, it's like you're just watching the film grow and grow, and then it's just, like, even though they changed the Spider-Man, it's still, like, the same. It's like the heart is still the same. Like, you understand the movie, and it's just getting better because, it just, they always come up with something new, something fresh to, like, make Spider-Man. So, yeah.
Okay, so all the movies that we did, they all had good and bad aspects of it, and if you haven't seen any of the movies that we mentioned, then you should go see them.